This video is sponsored by Shaye.
Hey everyone, it's been a long time since we've made a video.
Yeah, it's been like 3 months since we posted.
Yeah, I think we only posted one video this whole year, but we're back, so...
And better than ever before.
Yes, and we have more videos planned.
Hopefully you don't get sick of us.
Yeah. Anyway, so you probably guessed from the title of the video, I am going to be getting more surgery. It's funny, we were just talking about how it's been 2 years since I had my facial feminization surgery, almost to the date, and it's been a crazy journey. I just want to say how grateful I've been for all the love and support we've received from you guys. Our little community of queer people and allies has meant so much to us, especially where we live in such an isolated area where there isn't a lot of representation. So in many ways, it's felt like you are our family.
I think back to that time 2 years ago, and we were just taking a step at a time, with the hope that everything would be okay, right? There's no manual on how to transition at all, nor should there be, but it was uncharted territory for our family. And so yeah, it's been beautiful 2 years of learning. I think one major thing we've both learned is how self-love and authenticity is not a straight line. It's a journey that has a lot of twists and turns in it.
So surgery. Yeah, if you told me 2 years ago that I would be talking about doing more surgery, I probably would have died. But something I've learned along the way in this process is that it is definitely a journey. I by no means represent everyone in the trans community. I am just someone who have my own unique experiences. So remember that as I talk about these things. Gender affirming care has been something that has been life-changing for me and something I've taken very slowly just because I've been so hesitant with these big decisions. But yeah, I am planning to have 3 surgeries coming up.
We love traveling, but it can be a hassle to make sure we have all the data connectivity we need on our phones. But we just found a good solution for this, Shaye. This is an eSIM that you download once, and it significantly reduces or even eliminates roaming charges in over 190 countries. This saves a ton of time because you don't need to wait in line at the airport to get a local SIM card. And it can really help you avoid scammers selling fake SIM cards outside of train stations and airports. One of my favorite features is that you can activate Shaye's security features and browse more confidently. You can change your virtual location, block malicious ads, and stay safer with web protection. And all Shaye eSIM plans are compatible with iOS and Android devices. Download the Shaye app by clicking the link in our description or scanning the QR code on the screen. Get an exclusive 15% discount on Shaye data plans. Use code Amanda and Shaye at checkout. Download Shaye app or go to shaye.com/Amanda and Shaye.
I am planning to have 3 surgeries coming up. One of them I might not do, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. But the first one is we're actually going to fly over to Istanbul where I will be getting a rhinoplasty. And as part of the rhinoplasty is I have a deviated septum. So I'm kind of hoping to alleviate that, but also maybe feminize my nose more. That's something that I've talked about for some time, but I was just always hesitant on how I wanted to go forward with that. Istanbul is known for a lot of plastic surgery, and they're very good at it. But of course, you need to do your research before you go over there. The doctor I'm going to be going to is Dr. Thielman, and he's a very accomplished nose doctor, so I highly trust him, especially where I had this deviated septum as well. So the second procedure I'm considering doing while I'm there is a hair transplant. Many of you guys know I went to Istanbul back in 2019.
It was 2021.
Oh, okay.
2021.
I don't know my years were. In 2021 to get a hair transplant. And that was probably one of the most important procedures I ever had. Yeah. It was incredible. I didn't have much hair and they were able to restore my hair. I went to Long Hair Center of Istanbul and they were incredible. That's not paid. I can just tell you that I've been so pleased with that procedure. It was very affirming for me, especially in taking further steps. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that one or not, but what I would be doing is just essentially rounding the edges of my hairline because, of course, when I did it the first time, it was with a male hairline in mind. And so this time would be more focused on rounding that out. The way I wear my hair, you don't really notice, so it's something I might not do at this time, but it's kind of hard not to be out there and just maybe considering that at the same time.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny thinking back to that because you came out to me in 2019, had the hair transplant in 2021, but you were still thinking you probably weren't going to socially transition. But yet the hair restoration was, in either case, like such something that just helped you feel so much more comfortable. But yet, to have the squareness rounded off, it would make your hairline look softer. But then at the same time, they have to shave part of the scalp, harvest it, and it's like a whole thing. So still on the fence about that a little bit.
Then the third procedure I'm going to be doing is in July, and that will be in Beverly Hills with Dr. Harrison Lee, who performed my facial feminization surgery. From the surgery I had, it was pretty extensive. We've talked about in the past. I think it was like an 8 or 9 hour procedure. And that left my skin with a lot of soft tissue and laxity. It's something that I wasn't aware of at the time, but it's pretty common that you need to have some refinements when you have a big surgery like that. And so here I am again. This is something that I, again, have gone back and forth on, but I ultimately decided that I just want to do it and just get it done with so that I don't have to worry about it in the future.
This whole process has been interesting for me because I think we're both people who really value self-love and like aligning yourself with what your goals are and how you see yourself. But it's also challenging when society has like all of these beauty standards, right, that are so like invasive and can really affect the way you see yourself. And so it's sort of like navigating those two things. And I think women in general have to do that in our world. And then having a special appreciation for how trans women have to navigate that. They not only have the beauty standards, but they have, a lot of transphobia to deal with in terms of, just walking around and feeling safe in this world. And so even though going under the knife is hard, right? You don't like it. No one does, I don't think. I'm just happy to be able to support you in anything that helps you feel like better walking around in this world. And so I'm proud of Shaye for, doing what she needs to for herself and taking this next step. I think it's really important just to feel confident and secure in the way you walk around on this planet, and we can both align ourselves and love ourselves and also push back against harmful stereotypes as well. And sometimes I don't think they're mutually exclusive things.
If I've learned anything along this journey, it's just to need to trust myself more. And because every step I've taken so far has been incredibly affirming for me. And some of these things I know maybe don't matter to some people, but they matter to me. And it's just my journey. So I guess I want to make sure that I illustrate that. So
yeah, I just think for every trans person, the gender affirming care that they need is just totally different depending on the person. And I think it really takes a lot of courage to say, okay, this is something that I know will help me feel better, and going through with it. Life is short, and just being able to embrace your path, I think it's something I'm really proud of you for.
And guys, to be totally transparent with you, the real reason Amanda is supportive of this journey is that she gets to go to London for the first time.
That is true. I am very excited about that. I have a PhD in British literature. I've always wanted to go to London. I read about the history of England all the time and, all the authors I love. And we've never been to the UK. You've been to Scotland. I've never been to the UK. And so, yeah, we're going to be in London for 3 days. And I am so excited. I'm having a hard time sleeping. And would love to hear those of you who've spent time in London or are from the area. We'd love to hear some of your favorite things in the comments. And so I can maybe add them to my itinerary.
Yeah, so we're spending about 3 or 4 days there. Yeah. And she's so deserving of this. She got her PhD 8 years ago in British literature. So it's like, I think this is overdue. So I'm glad we're finally going to get to do this. We're going to hang out, I think, in some of the queer district areas. So it'll be fun.
Definitely on our list, for sure.
So yeah, that's pretty much our update for now. And we'll keep you posted, of course, as always.
Yeah, thanks, you guys. Thanks for all your support. We love you.